Enjoying the show? You can help others find it and enjoy it too by giving us a 5-star rating or review. If you feel like reaching out to us with a question or comment, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy the show. It's Rob and Sandra from My Wife the Dietitian, and this is Nutrition Nuggets.
Hey, Rob.
Hello, Sandra.
This is a nugget.
Isn't it always a nugget?
Yeah, but scallops.
Oh, they are like a little nugget, a little seafood nugget.
Exactly.
Yes, but a good seafood nugget, not like one of those McNugget things.
Scallop power.
Why is that?
They're very high in protein, high quality protein. They have some omega-3s, and they're very lean, and they're easy to add to your meals.
Super easy.
You just did this.
I did. Is that maybe why we're talking about it?
I think so, yeah. What did you do?
They're, we bought them frozen, which is, I guess, I've never seen them any other way. I'm sure that's just how they always are. So
I think you can buy them from,
like in a can? No, or fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. That's true too. But anyway, ours weren't fresh. They were frozen in a bag. And I cook them the way that I do shrimp. But the nice thing with scallops is they're ready to go. You don't have to like pull the tail off and all that. And so I sort of put them in the sink with some, water on them to thaw them out a bit. And then just a pan with butter and some garlic, and you throw them in the pan. They cook up super fast. And I was making a big something, probably a big pasta thing, and I needed some protein in it. And so, once they were all cooked, I threw it in the other big pot, and they were awesome.
Yeah. Well, they're so delicate, and like they have a mild, buttery, kind of tender texture.
Yeah, they're not too overpowering. I really like them. And there was they go a long way. Like one little bag, it had like 100 scallops in it or something. I was like, oh man, that's...
Yeah.
And they're perfect bite size. They're like the size of a big crouton maybe.
Yeah, right.
So they're like, whereas like shrimp sometimes can be really... shrimp can be big.
Prawns.
Which is, prawns. But that's one of those kind of funny oxymoron things, the big shrimp.
Right.
Right.
Shrimp gumbo, shrimp...
That's just a whole other direction.
It is, yes. But yeah, scallops are amazing. They, nutritionally, they're an easy add-in for people looking for another good source of protein. Mm-hmm. And so many people don't really eat enough fish. Like it's recommended to try to include 2 servings of fish a week.
Per week, yeah,
mm-hmm.
Right.
And scallops could be part of that. Yeah,
they're not too fishy.
Mm-hmm.
They're, they have a nice, like you said, a nice buttery flavor. And you said they're loaded with protein. Is that, do they have more protein than like fish normally have?
Well, they're lower in fat, for instance, compared to salmon. Salmon has a really good level of omega-3 fatty acids and protein. Right. So actually they have almost the equivalent protein. But scallops are all muscle. Like they just whiz around. They just basically scoot away from their predator, and they're just all muscle.
Oh, crazy! Okay.
Mm-hmm. They have. They're an interesting mollusk.
That's their what's the category? I guess.
Yeah. Exactly. They're a seafood or. They are in the same category as clams and mussels and oysters.
Right.
All shelled creatures of the sea.
Right.
And actually, they form one of the largest groups in the animal kingdom, the mollusks, with more than 80,000 known species.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
Gonna take over the world someday.
Well, and they've always been a readily available food source for humans, especially on the coast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, they're tasty. I would definitely get them again. I would guess they're not expensive either.
That's the other thing, right? That's why I wanted to bring it up, because they're fairly reasonable price. Mm-hmm. And there's other ways to use them too. Like, so if you think of, we were looking at, remember Surf and Turf?
Oh, way back when.
Way back.
Yeah.
In maybe like the Keg restaurant or, those types of steakhouses.
Yeah.
And then they offer like steak with lobster or steak with seafood. And scallops might be in that offering.
Pretty sure that's the first time I had a scallop. I think my dad probably ordered the Surf and Turf and gave me a scallop to try.
Oh, nice.
Either that or a Chinese food buffet. You sometimes see them. Probably they're breaded, but you can still get enough of an idea of the flavor of them to see if you like them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I recall at a very young age trying scallops and liking them.
Yeah. That's awesome. Because they're very, like you said, they're convenient and easy to prepare and easy to cook and versatile. So you can put them on skewers on the barbecue.
Yes.
Your eyes just lit up.
Oh, well, I got a few ideas, but I hadn't thought of that one. Yeah. Well, that sounds really good.
Delicious, eh?
Yeah.
And I think where a lot of people have had scallops is in clam chowder or like a chowder type of like a seafood chowder.
Yeah, I was going to say a soup would be really good or a seafood lasagna.
Oh,
I think there's scallops in those. That'd be good. Maybe with like a creamy sauce.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, I know your dad loves seafood and he often orders the seafood chowders or like the, which is so good and so good for you.
Yeah.
With all those omega-3s, they're very heart healthy, delicious.
Cold too. You could have them in a salad. They'd be good once they're cooked and cold again. I don't know if they come cooked. I think they're frozen and you need to cook them. And then that's the way like shrimp is usually. Although sometimes they're cooked. So yeah, I guess just read the label, but you'd want to cook them. But then if you put them in the fridge overnight and threw them in the salad the next day, they'd be pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Just another option, right? And the thing is too, I was just in a prenatal group today talking to new moms and looking at all the seafood options and fish options because of the omega-3, which is so awesome that fish can offer a nutritional benefits, but also the iodine and the zinc and the selenium. Like these are micro minerals and micronutrients that are not so easy to find in other food sources. So yeah, that's why there was a story about in Greece, the fishermen always they were very virile.
Because of all the fish they ate.
Yeah, like they had lots of offspring. And they finally realized it's all of the zinc in the seafood. Really? Yeah.
Zinc is
very good. We did way, way, way back 3.5 years ago, the episodes on sexy foods.
Right.
And we talked about seafood. We talked about the importance of zinc for fertility and sperm health and sperm quality. So
it's a testosterone booster too, isn't it? Zinc.
It's good hormone health for yeah.
But not too much.
Well, now you're talking supplements.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, we're talking food.
So you can eat tons of zinc in food, and that's not dangerous then. Okay, no, I was just these are the questions that I ask, right?
They are the questions that Rob asks.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's most people don't eat enough fish, like in general.
Yeah. It's not one of those top of the list kind of things.
It's not. A lot of people I talk to have chicken. Chicken is their main meat. Variety is the spice of life, so really important to have more variety, and that's why we're doing scallops today, just to get you thinking about different seafood and fish to include.
So there you go. Go and get yourself a bag of scallops. Give them a try. Super easy to cook. I'm sure there's other ways to cook them too. That's just kind of the way I like to cook them because seafood tends to absorb whatever you're cooking it in. And butter is pretty tasty, pretty classic. Butter, garlic. So that's easy route. But yeah, check it out. I'm sure there's other options.
And rosemary is good if you skewer them on the barbecue.
Oh, sprinkle a little of that on there.
Yeah, have the little sprig of rosemary with it.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, there's lots of good recipes out there. Just two more things quickly. It is one of the, we talk about allergies, like top 9 allergies. Mm-hmm. Seafood is in that category. And for some people that includes scallops.
Okay.
And if you're vegan, obviously you probably wouldn't be venturing into the seafood zone.
No, exactly.
But if you're omnivore or if you're plant forward or you have a lot of plant foods in your diet and you still include fish, like a pescatarian, we did that episode on how to be a pescatarian with Kara Harbstreet, mm-hmm. and we'll link that in the show notes. So this would definitely fit into that type of a lifestyle and eating.
Exactly. If you want more ideas, check out our website. It's mywifethedietitian.com. We've got a great newsletter, a weekly newsletter that's free. You can join up for that as well. There's great tips and recipes in that as well. You can send us your questions too. If you're got things you want to know, let us know. We'll try to answer them for you. It's mywifetherd@gmail.com. That's our email. You can also find us on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Feel free to comment there as well. And if you're liking the show, let us know. I love hearing your feedback. Whether it's positive or negative, it's all good. It's all super helpful. Share with a friend too. That's something else that's super helpful.
Push the subscribe button.
Yeah, that too.
If you haven't yet.
And get your friend to do it too. All right, so that is it for this week. We will be back next Monday with a full episode. So in the meantime, check out our website, check out our social media pages, join the newsletter, go buy some scallops, and have a fantastic week.
Scallop power.
Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.